Hello, good day, beautiful people. Welcome to my channel. I greatly appreciate you being here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I trust you'll love this vibe. And everything you need to know about me is in the description below. This could be past, present, or future, you or someone around you. So take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. This is a general read. This is not a personal read. If you like a personal read, check out description below, and I'll be happy to assist you with doing so. Keep in mind that tarot is a tool. It is not the final rule, so it's a good idea to have an empty cup when you're on Lady Noble's channel and you really want to see what's up. Hope you all are wonderful and feeling great. Okay. Be with you in 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's tap into the tarot here. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for your support. Couple more shuffles. Okay. Okay, collective, we're starting off with the energy of the Two of Wands. And the Two of Wands energy, is clearly conveying that there's some kind of choice that you need to make or you needed to make at one time or another. This could be currently, maybe someone is telling you this, that you need to make your mind up, you need to make a decision. Someone could also be giving you like a deadline, like a time to come up with an answer. This could be maybe regarding living somewhere, moving somewhere. This could also be regarding a job or a relationship. But even if I didn't name it, and the fact that you are here, there's a choice that you have to make. And Spirit is saying that you're fully aware of what this choice is. This could be something that has been maybe nudging you in the back of your mind, something that maybe has been ignored or disregarded, but you're tired of the situation or this problem or this thought playing out in the back of your mind. And the fact that it's coming up consistently, this could also be something regarding your children if you are a parental figure. It's time for you to make a decision so that you can come out of the energy of having anxiety or feeling like, your life or something isn't what you really want it to be. I'm picking up the energy of you're not satisfied, you're not happy. This could be maybe you sharing custody with another parent or guardian. Okay. Um, Maybe you, I don't know, having disagreements, not being able to come to eye when it comes to something involving visitation or where a child is going to go to school. Okay. Or what's best when it comes to their living situation. You have a lot of good ideas that you try to share, but for some reason the other guardian, or the other parental, okay, parental guidance, whatever, a guardian. Okay, I'm getting guardian. Okay, so someone could be adopted, or someone has custody of someone's child. And you could be, if this isn't two parents who have to share custody, you could be someone who has guardianship over someone's child, and you have to split custody with the other parent. Okay, you feel like the other parent is deliberately making things difficult for you, making things difficult for the child. You could feel that they could also be jealous, maybe because maybe it's your home, maybe something about you have a beautiful home, something about you have more money, more resources to offer the child, more um, a better lifestyle. Okay, and so you are someone that wants peace. Whether you are someone who is fortunate or blessed to have a life where you are abundant, that's no reason for anyone to not want to share custody and do this in a peaceful manner, especially for the child. um, you want to be on the same page. You don't want to argue, but you feel like this person is deliberately trying to create a constant friction and strife, as if this is someone who don't want peace. Okay, this could also be a living situation. Someone could be unsatisfied with their living conditions. Maybe you're leasing an apartment or a home, and you're tired of being ignored or disregarded when it comes to maybe the landlord. Maybe you've made complaints about changes or repairs. You feel you're being ignored. You could have turned in a notice letting them know you're moving. Maybe you need extra days. Maybe you need to extend, okay, your days for whatever reason. But you're leaving this property not because of eviction. You're leaving this property because you're not satisfied. Okay, so this homeowner or this landlord could be, or the leasing office of this apartment building could be telling you, look, you have so many days, you have so many days, and you're trying to negotiate maybe extra days. Okay, and so Spirit is saying, do what needs to be done when it comes to this moving situation. This is something that you did initiate. You will be able to find another home that is comfortable for you and your family. But in the meantime, just put your things into storage or find somewhere to put them. Maybe you were waiting to get the key or get a response from a new location where you plan on moving to, but there's something about the holidays. Maybe you weren't able to, you could have been approved for a home, but you have not been in communication. You have not been able to get in touch with the landlord that you plan on, where you plan on moving to. Okay. Maybe someone has told you something about the holidays. They're on vacation. Wait till they return before they can give you the key. Oh, wow. Yeah, so Spirit is saying you can do what you want. You have free will, but if you've turned in a notice that you're going to leave, and it's been an agreement to just put your things in storage and maybe find somewhere to go temporarily find somewhere to go, whether this is a hotel, Airbnb, staying at a friend's house, until you're able to get in touch with that, the person, the new of the new home, the landlord of the new home that you are moving to. Okay, just temporary. Okay, all right. So yeah, you're looking to find peace with this, sharing this custody situation. But one of the guardians, or the parental, I keep saying parental. Okay, guidance. They're taking me to guidance. Yeah, so this person could be giving you friction on purpose and intentionally, trying to provoke some kind of situation so that they can tell the courts that you're hostile, you're unfit. You are someone who live a very abundant life. There's nothing wrong with that. And so they're looking for something. Be careful. Someone is trying to trigger you. And when I say be careful, that doesn't mean anything bad is going to happen. Don't allow anyone to trigger you. If you are sharing custody with someone or you have an open case in court, there's someone trying to make you look bad. They're trying to get you on camera, record you, or either get you to, step off your square, or come out of frame in front of a witness, in front of people, so that they can tell the courts that you're not fit. They have proof, they have evidence. So be mindful of this. Continue to stay patient, maintain your peace, because someone wants to get you, they want to get you upset. They want to provoke you into a situation so you can be deemed unfit. This person could envy the fact that you are financially abundant, which is, that's none of their business what your income is. Okay. They have to get up and get it just like you get up and get it. However you came about, whatever abundance that you obtain or that you have. Okay. And so the next card we have here is the King of Wands. So you're very established, so much so this person feels like you have some kind of magical empowerment. I'm picking up that you are more mature. Okay. You could be older in age. Okay. More experience. And the other parental figure, or if you are a guardian, I'm picking that up clearly. Someone has custody of someone's child. You could be an uncle, an aunt, a sister, a brother, a friend of a family member. Someone's parent could be incarcerated and you have temporary custody, or you're sharing custody with a mother or a father. But either way, you're very well established, and you will continue to be fortunate and prosperous with this, as long as you don't allow this person to get you upset or to provoke you, because that's what they could be trying to do. This person could be short when you're communicating about pickup, drop off times, what days you're going to do whatever. This person could be very difficult when it comes to the holidays because they know that you want to spend time with this child. Okay, this could also be two children. This could be sharing custody, not with just one, maybe one child, but also now I'm picking up two children. Okay, a boy and a girl, or two boys. Okay, for someone. Don't allow this person to trigger you. They have nothing against you. They have nothing they can show the courts to get your guardianship removed or get you removed from having, access to these children. So continue to, okay, something about keep your class, okay. Maybe you're very graceful. You have a lot of class. Okay, they're saying you're very classy, male or female. There's no gender in tarot, but you're very classy. You're very graceful. You're very mannerable. Your mannerism is impeccable. And I don't speak like that, but this is the message. They want you to stay graceful because you're doing a wonderful, phenomenal job. And this energy that this person is trying to project onto you or trigger or stir up some kind of false narrative, so they're trying to provoke you, it will dissipate. Don't allow them to trigger you. Starve them of your energy. Only communicate. You're probably saying I already do. If it's about the children, have no other conversations with this person. This could also be someone when you talk to them, they're very short or overbearing, very nasty, moody. Maybe they overtalk you. Very rude, very short, very overbearing. Okay. You're doing a wonderful job. Okay, you're doing a wonderful job. Spirit is saying you're doing a wonderful job. They could have some barriers or some things that goes against them if they were to try to petition the court for full custody. Spirit is saying it's not possible for them, and they know it's not possible. So there's a thing where they want to make you look bad, and there's nothing they have on you. This could be someone who doesn't even have their own home. Maybe they live with someone, and you have to have a home. That's the first thing. And you have to have space for the child that is adequate and efficient. And this other person that's giving you a problem may live with someone. and they envy and they hate the fact that they even have to communicate and deal with you, but they're going to have to because they have no choice. They don't have their own. This could be a male figure. You could be a feminine energy. This could be a male figure. You take very good care of these children like they're your own. You take very good care of these children. You keep them very neat and clean, and you're doing what needs to be done. And I'm hearing out of your own pocket. There's no one giving you anything. You're not reaping something from the state to take care of these children. You provide and protect them like they are your own. And this is something that the courts are aware of because there's something about home visits and you pass every time. There's, you know, So this person is waiting for a tower moment, but the tower that they're trying to arrange for you is going to, basically boomerang, and that can happen in many ways for them. They should really stay focused if they're watching and not give you any friction. It's best to keep peace, especially when it comes to children, whether it's a custody case or there's children in a household. It's best to keep your peace. You don't want to have toxicity around children of any age. It's not a healthy environment. You know, it's just not. So, yeah, that energy is going to boomerang back to them. They could have a slow a slow pace of getting on their feet or obtaining their own home so that they can one day have full custody. So this could be something that they're telling the courts, I'm working on getting my own home right now. I live with someone. It could be a lover, someone they're dating. But the court has allowed them to still split custody, but it's temporary. Temporary. They have a timeline. I said something about somebody's being given a timeline earlier. They have a timeline to get their own place so that they can have full custody. And you are there to assist them and to make sure the children are safe. For someone, not for everyone, someone's mother or father could be incarcerated. Okay, so this could be a temporary situation where you're stepping in because you know that the other parental figure is not efficient or capable to really take care of these children. So actually, you're doing them a favor and you're doing it with your own time, energy, and money. So in reality, this person should really be thanking you. Instead of hoping for you to fall and have a negative outcome, that energy is going to boomerang back to them. So they have a timeline as far as getting their housing situation together. They've proved they have employment, but that's not enough. So they're going to obtain it, but it's going to be a slow pace because of their energy towards you. So this person is they got it upped up. They should really be working with you and not against you. They should really be trying to find ways to keep this situation for the children who are involved peaceful. Should keep the drama to an extreme minimum. Especially if this is the other biological parental figure. There should be some kind of love or some kind of um uh, you know let's keep it peaceful. They should be concerned, especially if one of the parents isn't present because they're incarcerated. This could be a traumatic experience for the little ones who are involved. It seems like, well, I guess in a perfect world, I know, collective, that they would be thanking you and being grateful for you offering your time, your energy, your home, and just being present because you're helping the children. Okay, I'm hearing you're doing it for the children. You're doing it for the children, but they need not to come up against you. They should be grateful. Hopefully, they will, or somebody will tell them, look, you should be grateful that the collective is helping you. You don't have your own, but they do, and they're in safe hands. You should be grateful. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, so judgment is being called, and the judgment is for this person to stop the nonsense. You don't have to pump fake or go along to get along, but they can at least be cordial and be respectful. Because I picked up earlier that even when you are communicating with this person, maybe about, where do they want to meet to pick up the children, or um, what day, how many days, this person is very flighty and rude, just nasty. Okay, but Spirit is bringing this to a halt. It's time for this energy to dissipate. It's time for it to disappear because it's nonsense. You're doing everything you're supposed to do, and you're being a true blessing to this family. Even to the parental figure who's incarcerated, they appreciate you very much so. Uh huh. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. There are many times where people use children. Some people, I guess we people have different kind of parenting styles and different kinds of love, but there are times where people will use children as a reason or an excuse to play manipulative, diabolical games in a person's life. Uh, there are parents out there who really care and who really go hard and really work hard and try their best, but then there are some who like to play manipulative games, psychological games like this right here. This is nonsense, this energy here. This person is being rude, disrespectful. And now I'm picking up someone showed up. Maybe they showed up intoxicated or reeking of alcohol to a court appearance. Someone showed up intoxicated or reeking of alcohol to a court appearance. They could have waited till after the court case. They needed a drink that bad. Gee, but see, here is justice though in your favor, bringing balance to the situation. So judgment is being called. There's an energy present stepping in to bring some peace and some remedy because this is a waste of time and energy, and this is unwarranted. It's unnecessary. There is no reason to be disrespectful towards you. That is, and you're taking care of their children. Because I'm picking up, these aren't your children. You're just stepping in, okay? You could be a relative, possibly, or you could also be a friend of the family. Maybe you've been knowing this person for a long time, and they're in a situation where you're like, hey, while you're, doing your time or locked away, this is very Pacific. Someone's parent is, doing some prison time. You're like, I'm going to hold the kids down. Don't worry. Maybe you feel that, they have no healthy structure. And this is something that you knew prior to this person becoming incarcerated. And that's why you're present. So you could also be a godparent as well, possibly so, or maybe not. So put it where it resonates. Hmm. Yeah, this person is going to run out of options for coming for you and not working with you, trying to work against you, trying to trigger you and paint a false narrative and make the judge think that you're not capable and able when you actually are. And you've already proved it to the courts. I mean, they're going to have a slow pace. Spirit is saying a slow pace. They're going to find a home, but they're going to go through some things before they find it. The kids are going to be safe. The courts aren't going to remove them from you, but they are on a timeline to find a place. Maybe they've been threatened with, or maybe you've told them, hey, I'll take full custody if this person can't get their ish together. Okay. So this could just be an irresponsible, okay, that's what I was looking for. This could just be an irresponsible parent. Okay. It happens. It happens. It isn't nice to say, but it's the world that we live in. Unfortunately, sometimes it happens. You have situations where people are doing the best they can. They're working with what they have, but then you have some who don't care. You have some who just don't care. You have people who prioritize other things. It is really not about the money. It's just about what are you prioritizing in your life. And the protection, love, and peace for these children should be at the top of the list. should be at the top of the list, especially if one parent is already away, they're being separated, from the parent that is incarcerated. That separation anxiety, that induces trauma, that's an impact by itself, let alone possibly when these children or child, doesn't matter how many it is in this other guardian's custody, maybe, talking and saying things that you shouldn't say around small children. Just certain things you just shouldn't say, around children. But I'm picking up, this is someone who's very ignorant. They're ignorant. They don't care. This is someone who don't care. They have their priorities mixed up. They are prioritizing the wrong thing, Spirit is saying. Making sure they have the latest fashion, making sure they are able to pop bottles and look this way and look that way, when in reality they really need to get their ish together. They have serious situations taking place when it comes to their offspring, and that should be at the top of the list. Not hanging out, not partying, not going shopping, not seeing how much you can turn up and who's having a party, and their focus should be their children. That should be at the top of the list. And especially with them being separated from one, you don't know, they don't know what kind of trauma that may impact that child or those children later on down the line. This is a very Pacific read here. This is very Pacific for someone. This other parent that is in prison could be filing appeals to try to get home. Okay, I'm not picking up what they're in there for. I guess Spirit doesn't want me tapping into that. This is about the well-being, okay, of the children, but the other parent could be fighting hard to, even though they're in that situation, to get out and come home, whether it's good behavior, whether it's filing appeals, or their lawyers maybe overlooking the case and, I don't know, trying to re-enter the case into the court to have it looked over again, or finding some kind of loophole. Maybe they can get released early, going to a halfway house, or yeah, they're working hard because they know that the other parental figure is not reliable. Oh wow. Wow. Mm-hmm. So at this time, there's a lot of energy, a lot of love surrounding these children. Okay, at this time, a lot of protective energy. And also, you collective, if you are the person who is stepping in, helping with these children, there's a lot of protective energy here present for you. And that's why judgment is here, and this tower energy boomeranging back to this person, because Spirit is saying this is not the time to be in conflict or trying to go into a court and lie or create some kind of false confrontation with someone who's doing for your children what you should be doing. This is unwarranted, it's unnecessary, and this is not the time. This is the time to really, take care of business. Mm-hmm. This is the energy of someone, confirmation, who should be choosing to work hard to get their life together, to get on their feet. And this is also someone who could have been this way their entire life, Spirit is saying. This the energy that they're giving out towards you, collective, or this could be, if this is not your story, this could be a friend of yours. You could know someone who's helping someone who has custody of someone's children, You could know someone. This could be a friend of yours, someone you know in your community, at church, a coworker. But this is how they've been their entire life, irresponsible. And unfortunately, sometimes irresponsible people are allowed to reproduce. Yeah, unfortunately, because they have their priorities jacked up. Some people are just so selfish, Um, you know, they don't know, and they're not even concerned about, their offspring. They could be having insomnia or anxiety. Children don't know. Doesn't matter what their age is, even if they're teenagers. There are a lot of times they won't tell you how they feel because they're afraid to tell you how they feel, or they have something going on and they don't know how to express it, because you are the parent and there is a certain line of respect. And yeah, yeah, this situation is coming to a close. This is the death card. This situation is transforming. This situation is transforming. You got the death card, you got judgment here, and then you have justice. You have justice in the upright, bringing balance and a fair situation for everybody involved, and hopefully some therapy as well for the children and for that parent who has their priorities messed up. This situation is going to transform for its highest good, collective. It is. It's going to transform. The children are going to be safe. I'm not seeing where they're going to end up, but I'm not seeing them being taken away from you at all. You're doing a wonderful job. It's being seen and everyone knows. But it's going to be brought to a halt, meaning the negative energy, trying to provoke you, speaking nasty to you. I'm even picking up you maybe have felt disrespected, maybe in front of the children just through communication. Something about drop off time. Something about when they have the children, they drop them off. Maybe they're late picking them up. Maybe they take a long time to drop them back off. Okay. Maybe the courts is going to put a mediator, a location and a mediator, because courts do have that. When you have someone who is confrontational or just not peaceful, where you can exchange the kids on the grounds that are safe. Okay, so maybe the courts may authorize that. But I'm also picking up for some of you, you may petition to get full custody until this other parent is released from jail or prison. Okay. Or if the parent is not in jail or prison and maybe their parent is just not present for whatever reason, I'm picking up for some of you are going to file for full custody and go ahead and raise these children and keep them safe until they're able, and just make them a part of your family, not until, and make them a part of your family. Maybe you invited, okay, this is specific. Maybe you invited this person in your home. Maybe this was at the beginning, when you gained custody to help with these children, and they saw that you had something about a bedroom. You have a room set up, and it's very beautiful and color. Oh boy. Now they're mad because their children are comfortable and safe. They should say, this is beautiful. Thank you. I appreciate what you're doing. Do you need anything? Do you need me to buy anything? Is the kids eating you out of a house and a home? Do I need to donate to the groceries? This is how the other parent should be talking to you, not giving you a bunch of lip. Oh, gee, people are so ungrateful. Something about you even have your home set up to so that they're comfortable. But this is something that you have to do. You have to have a home. You have to have living space. They have to have their own room, but they don't just have their own room. Like they have their own TVs, they have nice bedding. It's very clean. It's very childlike. It's very cozy, comfortable. It's beautiful. And when the other parents saw it, it made them jealous. They're jealous, collective. They're angry because you've done your best to spend your money, take your time in your home to treat their children well. Oh well, Oh, well, because if they don't get their ish together, for some of you, like I said, I see maybe not all of you, some of you going to file for full custody because this person has a time limit with this tower energy and judgment to get their place, to get their own. You know, they can't file for permanent custody and they live with someone else. I'm hearing a girlfriend, they live with someone. Even if that person is saying, "Oh, I'll accept them," they can't receive their rights like that. They have to show and prove that they can provide a safe, clean environment. Okay, and so it's being confirmed with the Six of Swords here. Okay, this situation is coming to an end for your highest good and for the children's highest good. You know, justice for all parties, a fair situation for everyone involved. Number one, for the children and for yourself, collective, if this isn't your story, for confirmation, for whomever that you know who is opening their heart and their home and spending their time and energy, which is so beautiful. Okay? Which is so beautiful. Mm-hmm. You should be glad that your children have a nice bed to sleep in. That is silly to envy that. You should love that. That they're comfortable, that they're safe and the house is clean. You should love that. Mm. So this concludes the read. I trust and hope it assists you for your highest good. Later.